Scott, what, in your considered opinion, of all the games you've played on your channel and in your life, would you say is the worst game you've ever played?
Oh, one that sticks out in my mind. I must have been about 18. It was on the PlayStation 2, and it was going to be a new chapter in a very well-renowned series that was originally on the PlayStation, the PC, and the Saturn, and it was a massive success. It also spawned a pair of movies. I had a girlfriend at the time, and she bought me this for my birthday, and it was delayed, so I had to wait a few more months for it. And I finally got it on the PlayStation 2. I took out the package. I put it into my console, and within 20 minutes, I got stuck on a lever that you couldn't actually pull to lower a platform. I start losing my mind thinking, well, how fucking hard can that be to program a lever being pulled and a lever coming down? I don't fucking get this. What the hell is it all about? And then it had stealth sections that were completely broken. The controls were crap. And that game was fucking Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness. Till this day, it blows my mind how terrible that game is. I haven't played it since, though. So it could be a perspective thing. You know, I may play it now and have more patience with it. But at that fucking time, I was the biggest Tomb Raider fan. I loved Tomb Raider. It was, at that time, my favourite game to play. I would play them non-stop. Every single one I would play from start to finish. Not a big deal. And that was a massive disappointment. And but at that point in time, once again, same with like Crytek, that game alone killed Core, who made the original Tomb Raider games. It killed them off in one foul swoop. So they put so much time and effort and so much money into this game, making it... Because the premise, once again, was a great idea. They were trying to make a Tomb Raider game that was more broad and bring in a newer audience to a series that garnered a pretty hefty following. And it fell flat on its fucking face. And I mean royally fell flat. It ruined them. It absolutely ruined them. And we didn't get another Tomb Raider game for, I think, nearly 6-7 years later.
Well, that is proof that a franchise or a brand can live much, much, much longer than the companies that develop it. How it can change hands, and people forget
like
the original developers. If you'd have to ask me what the worst game I've played is, I've not played a lot of really, really bad games. I hated Double Dragon 3 on the NES.
That game was fucking impossible.
Yeah. There was a part that you got to, and I always got stuck. I think you were fighting some guys in a dojo or something.
Yeah, but it's a beat-em-up with no continues. It's like, you can't fucking complete that game on one fucking credit. You cannot do it. What the fuck are they thinking? Basically, the quite angry video game nerd.
Yeah, the biggest disappointment of all is that the first two were so great, and then the third one, just the black sheep of the series.
Yeah. The same sort of premise as well was Battletoads.
Alright.
Everyone loved that game for some reason. Fuck knows why. Because it's fucking impossible.
Well, I loved it up until about the third or fourth level. I was probably too young to get any further. I was too bad at video games.
Fucking even now, it's unbelievably hard for no good fucking reason, other than, I guess, it was a short game and they need to make it as hard as fucking possible for people to try and complete. That's it.
Okay. But I would say there is a game worse than Double Dragon 3 that I've played. And I don't know if you could describe it as a game. Because it's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the first edition on PS1.
Those games are so fucking pointless.
I know. They're not really games, they're just quiz show simulators, and this particular one wasn't very good at that.
Well, I'll be honest, I did own the Weakest Link and one of the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire games, but still, they're fucking pointless.
Well,
they really are.
Weakest Link is far, far better than this version of Millionaire, because you've actually got a digitized or an FMV version of Anne Robinson, who says, "You are the weakest link, goodbye."
Yeah.
But in Millionaire, you don't even have a digital Chris Tarrant. It's just an empty studio, and the camera just pans around in it, and there's a ghostly voice of Chris Tarrant comes from nowhere. "So, welcome to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Get in the hot seat and win £1 million!"
Oh,
Invisible audience Applause.
I'm getting chills just thinking about it. Like, yeah, I remember that shit.
It's, I guess with me, I loved the TV show so much that I expected the game to be the same. But there you go. It was just a rental. £4 from the rental shop, but it still annoyed me.
So that's the most disappointing game. There's got to be more, because you played a lot of ZX Spectrum stuff, and there's got to be a lot of shuffleware on there.
Well, yes, but you know what you're getting yourself in for with those sorts of things. But I was 14 at the time, and I bought this game. I saw it in the magazines. It said, #1 in the charts for 25 weeks running. Go and buy it now. I've no idea why, because it was just terrible. I think that's one of the things that I hated most about it. The fact that even the magazines said, oh, it's #1 in the charts, you better go and buy it. They were lying to us through the teeth so we'd go and buy this game. There's no reason for them to.
Yeah, but the thing is now, the gaming industry that is now today, they thrive on that minutia where people just like, nah, they just don't care about quality anymore, and that really bugs me because you get so many of these AAA so-called games that come out and they're not fit for purpose. They're really fucking not.